They want to give police full immunity to kill you with no just cause, no consequences, and then take away your ability for your family members to sue them when it's over. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to jump right into it. I'm back. You can see here, making a little statement with the garb that I have on. Most of my fans, I'm going to let you know right now, this election that just passed, if you voted for Trump and his criminal organization, get off my page. Simple as that. I don't want you here. You're more than welcome. If you want to troll in the comment section, I don't care. You will be ignored. You'll be kicked. I am an independent. I'm neither a Democrat or a Republican. I will tell you, this last election was complete horse crap. You all know the election was suspicious. You had Trump. He stopped campaigning 4 or 5 weeks before the election. He didn't even care. And he kept saying over and over again, I don't need the votes. I don't need the votes. Well, guess what? 21 million less Democratic votes on the Democratic side only than the last election. What's suspicious about it is you have swing states such as North Carolina, Michigan, Wisconsin, where Democratic women were voted into the Senate, into the House, into the Attorney General position, all the way down the ballot. But on the presidential election, those same people supposedly selected Trump. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. He's completely against the agenda of all the other people they selected. There's also evidence that there's hundreds of thousands of ballots in which only the presidential candidate was selected and the rest of the ballot wasn't even filled out. Now that we got that crap out of the way, the media is saying, hey, Latinos, they're dumb. They voted for Trump. And you're supposed to believe that they're so stupid that they voted for a third of their families to be deported. Not so fast, okay? The election definitely doesn't add up. What I'm here to talk about is Project 2025, what Trump keeps claiming he knows nothing about. All of his cabinet members are from the platform that presented the Project 2025. Most of you guys, I know you didn't read this crap before the election. The 921 pages of pure hatred, racism, that's doctrine and disguised and patriotism. I read that crap before the election. I knew what was at stake. I knew what was coming. I'm being prepared for it. I'm not sitting around idle. You guys out there have to be prepared for what's coming. You have to have your law firms on retainer. You have to be ready to protect your civil rights, your civil liberties, your home, your children, and your family. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this in systematic order in these next videos that are coming. Project 2025 is not a surgical strike. It's going to affect poor white people as well. But notice, no one in Trump's administration is poor. They don't care. They know that the studies and research companies that they own, that their policies are going to greatly affect those who are poor and those who are black and brown. Why? Because our communities are segregated. It's easier to target us when we're that way. 2025, there are 2 methods you have to be aware of. First is national stop and frisk. Trump has said this many times. They want to give complete immunity to corrupt police, to have the authority to pull you over for not breaking any law just based on suspicion and pull you out of your car, trample your civil liberties, and possibly escalate the situation to where they shoot you and ask questions later. Now, they're already doing this in certain states, but Trump wants to nationalize Project 2025. It's a poisonous agenda to basically depopulate this country of black and brown people and increase the population of white people in this country, which is preposterous because the idea of race doesn't even exist. We all had different skin color, but the idea of white and black came from the Spanish Inquisition, and it stuck around to sort of differentiate who's a Christian and who's not. And here we are, 2025, talking about this nonsense. They already started implementing Project 2025. They started by stacking the Supreme Court and overturning Roe versus Wade for the abortion rights of all women in this country. That when they do a change like this, it is for white power structure only. The statistics, they know what they are. Oh, almost 70% of all abortions are white women. A, because they can afford it. B, they want babies when they want them, not when they happen. Black and brown people have statistically been keeping babies out of wedlock, in wedlock, different baby mothers, the same, it doesn't matter. So our population has dramatically been increasing, and now we're supposed to be the majority by the decade 2040. So now they want to drastically reduce this and implement these draconian measures to impose their bullshit on your way of life, your safety, your civil rights, your civil liberties. And they disguise it politically with all of this bullshit terminology. They call it woke. They characterize civil rights as liberal bullshit. Now, you have to also understand, the way they deliver their message is very clever. They always use black people and pay them very handsomely to deliver their message and disguise it under political BS. But then, once they get to that power structure, look at Trump's cabinet right now. No black people in fucking sight in his cabinet. So, all you fucking black people who sold yourselves out to work for that fucking criminal enterprise and get this asshole elected the way that he did, congratulations. Now you got to deal with the consequences, and I'm so glad your ass is sitting off to the side some fucking where we can just forget about you. When he starts implementing this 2025 plan and your lives start being affected by this shit, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all.